You are listening to Bedtime Dreamy Tales. Subscribe to our channel for new story. Story title, The 12 Dancing Princesses. Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom, there lived a king who had 12 beautiful daughters. The princesses all slept in 12 splendid beds lined up in one grand room. Each night, the king locked the doors, ensuring their safety. However, every morning, their shoes were found to be completely worn out, as if they had danced all night. This mysterious occurrence puzzled the entire kingdom, for no one could uncover how it happened or where the princesses had been. In desperation, the king proclaimed throughout his realm, "Whosoever can uncover the secret of my daughter's nightly adventures and discover where they dance, shall marry the princess he chooses and inherit my kingdom. But if he fails after 3 nights, he shall lose his life." Many noble and brave men came forward to take up the challenge, including a prince from a neighboring kingdom. He was welcomed warmly and given a luxurious chamber adjoining the princess's room. However, on each of the 3 nights, despite his best efforts to stay awake, he succumbed to a deep sleep, only to find the princess's shoes worn out each morning. Thus, the prince met the same grim fate as those before him. Years passed, and the challenge remained unmet. One day, a weary old soldier, who had been injured in battle and could no longer fight, wandered through the kingdom. As he journeyed through a dense forest, he encountered an old woman who inquired about his destination. "I do not know where I am going or what to do," sighed the soldier, "but I have heard of the king's challenge and wish to uncover the secret of the 12 princesses. Perhaps then I might become a king." The old woman smiled kindly and said, "This task is not as difficult as it seems. Take care not to drink any of the wine one of the princesses will offer you each evening. After she leaves, pretend to fall asleep." She handed him a magical cloak and continued, "This cloak will render you invisible. Wear it, and you will be able to follow the princesses wherever they go." Encouraged by her words, the soldier set off for the royal palace. The king received him graciously and provided him with splendid garments. In the evening, the eldest princess brought him a cup of wine. The soldier discreetly poured it away and laid down, feigning a deep slumber. When the princesses heard him snoring, they laughed, believing him to be asleep. The eldest said, "This fool will meet the same fate as the others." They dressed in their finest clothes and prepared for their secret journey. The youngest, however, felt uneasy and voiced her concern, but the eldest dismissed her fears. After ensuring the soldier was fast asleep, the eldest princess clapped her hands. Her bed sank into the floor, revealing a hidden trapdoor. One by one, the princesses descended through the trapdoor, and the soldier, now invisible, followed closely. They ventured through a passageway and emerged into a magnificent grove where the trees had leaves of silver, sparkling in the moonlight. The soldier broke off a small branch as a token, causing a loud rustle. The youngest princess grew anxious again, but the eldest reassured her, attributing the noise to their eager princes. The princesses continued through a grove with golden leaves, and then one with diamond leaves. The soldier took branches from each grove, each time causing the youngest princess to worry. Finally, they reached a vast lake where 12 little boats awaited, each manned by a handsome prince. The soldier slipped into the boat with the youngest princess. The prince, struggling to row, remarked on the unusual heaviness, but the princess blamed the weather. On the other side of the lake stood a dazzling castle, illuminated and echoing with merry music. Inside, the princesses and their princes danced joyfully. The soldier, still invisible, joined in the festivities, even drinking from the princesses' cups, much to the youngest's alarm. They danced until their shoes were worn out, then returned across the lake and back through the groves, with the soldier always a step ahead. The princesses, believing him to be asleep, retired to bed. For 2 more nights, the soldier repeated his adventure, each time gathering more evidence. On the 3rd night, he took a golden cup as a final token. When the appointed time arrived, the soldier was summoned before the king. The 12 princesses listened anxiously behind a door. The king asked, "Where do my daughters dance at night?" The soldier replied, "In a castle underground with 12 princes." He presented the 3 branches and the golden cup as proof. The king called for his daughters, who, seeing the evidence, confessed their secret. The king, relieved to finally uncover the truth, asked the soldier to choose his bride. "I am not very young," the soldier said. "I will marry the eldest princess." The king granted his wish, and the soldier and the eldest princess were married that very day, with the soldier declared the king's heir. The kingdom rejoiced, and the mystery of the 12 dancing princesses was finally solved. From then on, the soldier ruled wisely and fairly, and the princesses danced only at grand royal balls, always with the kingdom's approval. And so they all lived happily ever after. If you like this story, please give this video a like. For more stories, go to bedtimedreamytales.com. See you in the next story.